Hello, welcome to the Eagle 6 Airsoft Tech video. We are going to be testing this SSG24. So it's a Novritsch one, and this came in specifically from a customer complaining about poor accuracy and range. So we tested it at range, and yeah, it's about sort of 60-70 meters. It's absolutely correct. You know, you sort of struggled to actually hit repeatedly a target. In fact, it was quite far off. It was really all over the place in terms of that sort of 60 meters different distance. So we sort of went in quite focused, and we literally just done our hop mod to it. Because obviously they're already meant to be sort of pre-upgraded, these things, and for the most part everybody seems to be quite happy with the accuracy. But obviously this particular example, now we could have gone down the route of just replacing like for like, but we decided just to do sort of the R hop and then sort of see what the results are, and now it's just this sort of just perfect straight line, going in front of the gun just pretty much repeatedly, out to that sort of 60 meter and further distance. So yeah, we're pretty happy now, obviously with that. So obviously spoke to the customer, we measured it on FPS, tiny bit down. The customer said it was max FPS, but it's actually a little bit down. It's 300 FPS on 0.43, and the actual limit for 4.3 is 346. Sorry, 341. So technically we could do another 35 on there, but I think really that's just just being a little bit picky, if you know what I mean, sort of about it, and we wanted to try and keep this one relatively targeted. We do obviously have a queue, and I just think that after we tested, we have to ask ourselves, did we fix the customer's issue? Yes, it's going brilliantly straight. Would I be happy to use that? Yes, it's a beautiful shot type now. So yeah, obviously what we're looking for now is obviously that future feedback, because we haven't worked on many of these, and then we'll see how it goes, and then maybe that's what we do for every one of these that comes in the future, possibly. Just straight R hop mod, and then go from there in terms of sort of the results. But we'll wait for that sort of long-term feedback from the customer and stuff before we make it a permanent build or something for this particular one. I think personally that maybe there was just a huge amount of oil or something like that actually on causing an inconsistency that just wasn't coming off through use, because typically the maple leafs aren't that bad. It really was quite bad, enough to obviously bring it into a shop anyway. So but yeah, we're just testing now, just obviously demonstrate it working. I mean, it doesn't really say much because it's obviously 14 meters, so the deviation on a 4.3 is going to be very little. Should be very little, obviously, at 14 meters. But the only reason I can't hit the same, I don't know, fist-sized target at 40 meters is me, my aiming, so which is ideally where it really should be at, if you know what I mean, with regards to one of these. So yeah, it's shooting down there lovely, and obviously you can hear it hitting with a thump with the 4.3s. So it's definitely leaving with some oomph, consistent, and hopefully customers can customers going to feedback obviously good long-term results, and we hope you're really happy with it. But like I say, it passed the testing, and it seems really weird because obviously it's a relatively low cost, in terms of sort of thing. We're so used to obviously having gut all the internals, but obviously this one on the SSGs is pretty much already done, and like I say, it cocks smoothly. Now that the accuracy and range is brought in together, utilising the original Novritsch hop arm and unit that's in there, which just on the initial inspection, obviously without the long-term stuff, you know, seemed to work, looked like it was pretty compatible with our hop, you know, which is why I leaned towards it, just by the sort of shape of the arm, and I was thought to myself, you know what, this is probably going to work really well with that, and like I said, when I saw that sort of first shot just go beaming straight and true, you know, yeah, that's a big smile on my face, you know, in terms of it's nice to see the results, especially from where it was at previously, and hopefully the customer sees it as well. But yeah, otherwise they're nice little guns, you know, so you know, I think it's perfectly fine, you know, so and I like what they're trying to do. It's essentially the same thing as what we try to do with you know, pre-upgraded you know, TMs, you know, that we try and offer. You know, it's just you know, we all know what we want with snipers, and unfortunately manufacturers for the most part can't do 500 FPS guns, you know, out of the box. You know, they have to do 330s, you know, which means everybody's buying snipers en masse, and they just don't really do the job, you know, where, you know, Novritsch is trying to offer you a product, you know, that does that. So you know, regardless of people's opinions, you know, for or against, if you know what I mean, the brand overall. So you know, and it feels and works nice. So and like I say, once we've brought that accuracy you know, together, yeah, it shoots really thing. And I personally think, like I said, it's just, without having more examples, you know, you can't say broadly it's the same for all. So but you know, the upgrade in theory should be the same for all, so theoretically we could, you know, roll this out for any other SSGs that do come in. So but cool, right, I'm gonna stop rambling and see you in the next video.